Okay, so good morning to every one of you. So let's start with our next session or next chapter from digital conferencing and email etiquettes. So my dear students, in previous lecture we have studied how to form a group, how to schedule an email, right? So I hope you have enjoyed that concept and let's understand the next chapter. So in next chapter I'm going to cover how to write the subject line and how to write the paragraph. Okay. So before so we have the list of emails, right? We have a list of emails in our inboxes. So subject line will appear in my mailbox. It should tell the recipient what the message is about, what the sender wants to convey. So it will tell your recipient what exactly message you want to convey. Okay. So let's understand what is the size of your subject line. Shorter subject line. So as per the research shows around 41 characters is the optimal length for the subject line. Okay, so as per research, they say that there should be a 41 characters. Still, some marketing experts suggest going even shorter. Some people says that you should have a smaller subject line. Brian Dean says subject lines which on average do not exceed 16 characters have significantly higher open rates. Shorter the message, shorter the higher the open rates. So I have given here the example. Okay. So suppose here I have written that Hotel ABC September newsletter. Okay, which has less open rate as compared to handy travel tips from Hotel ABC. What you all think? Right? So this good example or this example has high open rate as compared to Hotel ABC September newsletter. Right? So let's understand few tips to or to few techniques to write the subject line. So our very first point is write the subject line first. One of the top mistakes people make on email is forgetting to write an subject line. Sometimes people forget to write the subject line. People just write the content and then just select the recipient and shoot the mail. Please don't do that. Don't forget to write the subject line. An email with a blank subject line will likely go unread or get lost in the cluttered inbox. Okay? Write the subject line before the email so you know it's taken care of. So before you write the content, okay, before you write an email, what you have to do is first write the subject line. Second point, keep it short. A typical inbox reveals about 60 characters of an email's subject line, while a mobile phone shows just 25 to 30 characters. Nowadays, we are checking out emails on the maximum people check the emails on mobile phones. So make sure that your subject is very short. Get right to the point in about 6 to 8 words. So you can write your subject between 6 to 8 words. So can you all see this example? Okay. So if my subject line is too long, okay, then it is not visible on the mobile. Okay, so you have to optimize your subject. Can you all see the second line? Right? Third point is place the most important words at the beginning. A research says 50% of emails are read on mobile phones. That just I said. Since you don't know how much of the subject line will be viewable from a smartphone, it's important to put the most important information at the beginning. Okay, so make sure that your important words you have kept it on the beginning only. Otherwise, compelling details will get off. Now, my next point is eliminate the filler words. With such precious space, Don't waste it with the unnecessary words like hello, nice to meet you, thanks, bye bye. These words, please avoid it. These words you can easily add, you can easily include in emails body. See here. So my subject is hi, how are you? So this cannot be your subject, right? So avoid writing such things in the subject line. My point number 5, be clear and specific about the topic of the email. The subject line should communicate exactly what the email is about so that the recipient can prioritize the email's importance without having to open it. Okay, so what you exactly want to communicate, you have to identify those words, and those words we have to write in the email. For example, writing do you have a second is a vague, says Augustine, as per the research, since the reader will have to open the email or reply to figure out what you want to say. Okay, if it's job application, she suggests including your name and your position, and if it is to another coworker, you should identify the project that the email refers to. See here. So if you write just thank you, then and recipient has to open it for what purpose you are saying thank you, whereas in subject, if you mention thanks for our Friday meeting about lead gibbon, then without opening an email, your recipient will understood that for what you are saying thank you. Okay, so this is the always a better way for the communication. The next point is keep it simple and focused. If it is related to marketing, then it should be focused on one action which should be communicated in the subject line. Offer one takeaway, indicate how the reader can make use of it, and specify how you will deliver it. So try to keep it simple and focused. My seventh point is use logical keywords for search and filtering. Most professionals have filters and folders set up to manage their email and probably won't focus on your message when they first see it. Okay, so most of the professional they have different folders, okay, for different projects, for different concepts. So here you have to give a proper keywords so that in future if they want to search it, if they want to filter it, it will be very useful for them. That's why it's important to include keywords related to the topic of the email, and that will make a researchable later. So let's take one example. I have given an example. Suppose if I want to take a report on a taste, okay, so I just have to in search bar, I have to just type the taste, okay, then whatever the report related to taste, I will get all those reports. So make sure that you write a proper keyword in the subject line, because in future, if I want to refer it, I should get my email quickly, right? My point number 8 is indicate if you need a response. If you want immediate response, then you can indicate that, you can write that. People want to know whether they really need to read this now and if they have to respond. If not, simply start the line with please read or track on no response needed or for your information to the it. So as per your requirement, you can write. So suppose if I required immediate response, prompt response, then what I can write here? Response required, overdue invoice. Okay, so if my subject line is like this, then of course I will get immediate response, yes or no. Okay, instead of you just write overdue invoice, will not get the immediate response, but if you write response required, overdue invoice, then I will get immediately response from the recipient. So I will not read this mail, this is just for your understanding. Point number 9, set a deadline in the subject line. Okay, so especially if you have a lot of information to convey in the email itself, including a deadline right in the subject line exponentially increases the odds that readers will respond. So if you want my reader or my recipient to send me report immediately, then you can mention the deadline also. For example, after the emails topic, you could say, please reply by end of day Friday. Okay, I have taken the example here. Okay, so here requesting, this is my subject, requesting reference for Tamara G by Friday 6/2. Okay, so I have given the deadline on Friday 6th February. I want the reference or I want my reply. Point number 10, if someone referred you, be sure to use their name. If someone referred you, be sure you use their name for the reference. If you have been referred by a mutual contact, do not save that for the body of the email. Put it in the subject line to grab the reader's attention right away. Okay? Moreover, begin the subject line with the full name of the person who referred you. So don't worry, take an example here. Can you see this subject? Yes. So reaching out to you via Cora Brown. So we have some person called as Kristen something, okay? And Kristen has some program at his home, and he want to hire some event manager, okay? So Sally Smith is one event manager. So Sally is contacting with Kristen, okay? And Sally contacting to Kristen through Cora Brown. Okay, so if you are giving reference, if you are referred by someone else, please write the name of that person. So it will be more catchy. The opening rate will be higher than the any other thing. Point number 11, highlight the value you have to offer. If sending a cold email to someone you don't know, you need a subject line that indicates value and communicates what they are going to get. Temper the reader's interest by offering them something that's helpful. So you can offer something to, or you can attract the attention of the recipient by sending a takeaway or giving some offers, giving some discounts. And you can mention that discount offers in the subject line. Whether you are providing a speaking opportunity, a discount, or a service, make it clear in the subject line what's in it for them. So here I have given the example. So here I have written that do not miss this opportunity. So of course, if I write this, do not miss this opportunity, then we will have the higher opening rate. Okay. Point number 12, personalize it with the recipient's name or company name. You have to know who you are sending the email to, and they have to recognize that it's about them or a subject interesting to them. Okay, so you have to personalize it with this recipient's name. So if you get an email with your name, then it will be a more catchy. Yes or no? Using their name or company name is one of the best ways to do that and makes the recipient much more likely to open the email. So here, see this personalized subject line. So here, Alex from Korda chapter something. So here I have the name of that person. Pushkar. You are invited to connect with this something something. Okay. So whenever there are the personalized email which has the higher opening rate. Next point is, don't start a sentence that you finish in the email's body. If you begin a thought or question that ends in the email, then the reader is forced to open the email. If it's annoying, and since clarity and being respectful of the recipient's time is the goal, it's not very helpful. Okay, so don't start with the question, okay, or don't start with the whatever you write in the body part, don't copy it as it is in the subject part. Okay, my 14 point next point is, make sure you reread the subject line. Make sure you reread the subject line. Avoid copy and paste errors. Don't copy and paste it. Sometimes when people are sending a similar email to multiple people, they forget to tailor it to each reader and end up with the wrong name or title in the subject line. Okay, so before you shoot any email, before you send any email to anyone, please reread the subject line and then send. The easiest way to avoid this is to reread the subject line before you hit the button send. Okay. My next point is don't put words in all caps. Okay. Using all caps may get someone's attention, but in the wrong way. Okay. So if you use all capital letters, it is catchy, but it goes in the wrong direction. It is digital equivalent of yelling, and your job is to make the email as easy as possible for the recipient to read rather than giving them anxiety. So you write everything in the capital. Of course, recipient will be in tense. Instead, use dashes or colons to separate the thoughts and avoid capital and special characters in the subject line. Now, let's take the example. Now, you are a student, right? And of course, you will be sending a resume online to hiring manager, right? So, let's understand how to send an email, how to write the subject line for the same. So, use an effective subject line. So, I have given the example in next slide, how to write the subject while sending a resume. Address the hiring manager by name. In the first paragraph, tell the hiring manager who you are and why are you contacting them. Okay. So in first para, you have to write what you are, what is your designation, and why you are contacting them or why you are sending mail to them. In the second paragraph, say what value you had bring to the company. Okay. So in second para, you have to tell what skills you have, and by using those skills, how you are going to benefit the company, how you are going to grow the company. Close the resume email body with saying you are eager to meet in person. Okay. And next, add a professional signature with your contact details. Please add this signature. If you don't know how to add the signature, I will show you in next video how to add the signature in the email. Attach your resume and cover letter saved in PDF format, okay, with professional file names. Remember, you have to give the professional names, okay, and you have to save it not in the Word format but in the PDF format. Okay, so here I have given the just example. Subject, your name plus job title. Means suppose if I am a Hazel, okay. So what I will say, Hazel Lopez wants to apply as an assistant professor in computer engineering department. Okay, so that can be my subject. So without reading an email, okay, my hiring manager will come to know that if this person wants to apply for the for the teacher for the teaching in the department of computer. Then you can greet, you can write the near name of that hiring manager. Then as I said, you have to write the body of the message. Okay, that will contain what are your qualities, what are your qualification, what skills you have for the job requirements. Then you can close it. While closing, what you have to say, I'm eager to meet you all in person. And final, you can write your signature. Signature means what? Your name, your designation, your email ID, your phone number, right? So, how to write the paragraph? So, keep the paragraphs short in email writing. Always make sure that you make a paragraph. Don't write in a continuous manner. Okay, you make a small paragraph and make it small, short. Use paragraphs to create a blocks of thought in your email writing. When you start a new thought, break for a new paragraph. Try not to go beyond 5 lines and rarely go to 7 lines. Okay? So, maximum you can write the 5 lines per para, not beyond that. Longer explanatory reports should have paragraphs of 7 lines. When you reach 7 lines of text, look to see whether you have changed the ideas in the paragraph. If so, then break the paragraph. Okay? Don't be afraid of one sentence paragraph. So even if you write one sentence paragraph, it is acceptable. They are very appropriate in email writing. However, if you have a series of one sentence paragraph, the paragraph won't help the reader organize your thoughts. Okay? So see this paragraph or see this content where I have given the paragraph, all the thoughts are written in a paragraph. Even if you have a single line paragraph, it is acceptable, yes or no? So this is called as paragraph wise email, and this is one email. Okay, so my dear students, avoid such type of body part in email. Okay, divide it into the paragraph. So let's understand effective paragraph criteria. So there are few criteria. Let's understand those 10 criteria. Keep the paragraph on one topic. For one topic, one paragraph. Okay. Then include a topic sentences. Then you have to include the sentence for that particular topic. Use supporting sentences that give details or facts about the topic. So you explain that paragraph properly. Include vivid words, include proper words in my paragraph. Make sure it does not have run on sentences. Okay? Make sure all my content stick to one paragraph. Don't run from one thought to another thought. Okay? Include sentences that make sense and stick to the topic. Sentences should be in order and make sense. They should not be very boring. Write sentences that begin in different ways. Make sure the sentences flow. Be sure sentences are mechanically correct. Spelling, punctuation, capitalization. Check all the sentences properly. So let's understand how to write or to whom to write formal, informal mail and what is the structure for the same. So what do you mean by informal mail? Informal mails written to friends and family members. Accuracy and grammar, spelling, punctuation are not important in case of informal mail. In case of informal mail, you can make your own rules. Okay. So this is the example for the informal mail. Okay. So here I have written, hi Ima, I heard you passed your exam and they want to congratulate and they want the party, celebrate, they want to celebrate it. So this is the one way to write the informal mail. So informal mail, normally you write to your friend, your colleague or your family members. But in case of formal, it is written to professors, your office colleagues, okay, your boss, etc. So formal mail is always professional mail. So it must be always be professional. Accurate grammar, punctuation, and spelling is very much necessary. So let's understand or let's take the example. So here I cannot write hi Professor Johnson, right? So here you have to be professional. You can write dear. Dear Professor Johnson, I was unable to attend the class today due to the doctor's appointment. When you have a moment, could you please let me know what I missed and what homework I need to have completed for Friday? Thank you, Julius. So this is the one way you can write the mail formally, right? Now let's understand email format. What is the format for the email? A very first is salutation. The salutation of a formal email is similar to the salutation of a letter. When writing to someone you do not know by name, you put to whom it may concern. Okay, if you don't know the name of the person, then you can write it to whom it may concern. When applying for a job, you will address the person by dear hiring manager. Okay, dear, and then you can write the name of the person. If you do know Recipient's name, you put dear Mr. or Mrs. name of that person. So here I have written Smith. For a formal salutation, you should not use the recipient's first name or in the formal greetings, hello or hey. In professional mail, please don't write hi, hello, these words. Okay, you can write either respected or by the dear me. Then let's understand what they mean by body paragraph. It is important to remember that an email needs to be concise. The first sentence known as the opening sentence and can be greeting if the situation allows it. Okay, so here I can write that I hope all is well with you, right? Or you can say thank you for your prompt response. Then next, however, for most formal emails, it is best to get straight to the point. Depending on the subject, you should have a maximum of 4 paragraphs, and each paragraph should contain a single point, okay, or single concept. It is also important to provide questions in order to a prompt response. Okay, so if you want immediate response, if you want prompt response, then you can write the question mark in the mail. At the end of the your last paragraph, you can write the signature. So let's understand how you can close it. Like the salutation, the closing of a formal email can be the same as the closing to a letter. However, unlike the salutation, there are formal options for the closing. So here, while closing, what you can write, thank you, best regards, sincerely yours. So you can use these words, okay, and you can close your mail. So here I have given the example. The closing is then followed by your full name. This is my signature. This is signature. Can you all say this? Okay. It is also beneficial to add your job position and phone number under your name in the fourth paragraph. So here I have given the example sincerely. This is my closing remark. This is my name. Okay. This is student council president. Suppose take the example. This is called as your position. Okay. This is your company name, Universal College. Suppose this is my company name. And at the end, you can write your mobile number. Okay. So this is called as have to add the signature. So I have given here one example, informal mail. Hello, Professor Smith. So see here I have started from with hello. Okay, so you should not start with hello, right? For the formal mail, you should write dear, be professional, right? So I am sorry to tell you, but I am sick. My dear students, you should not use the short form. Okay, you should use the proper words and will not be able to come to class. See ya Wednesday. Okay, so you cannot write the short form, you cannot write the informal mail to your professor. Yes or no? Okay, you have to close it properly. So I have converted this informal mail to formal mail. Can you all say this? Okay. So here instead of hello, I have written dear Professor Smith. Okay. At the end, let me go back. At that here what I have written, I have just written the Jason. Here I have written right sincerely Jason Jones. Okay. So I am sorry to inform you, but I will not be able to attend class today because I am ill. Would it be possible for you to let me know what I have missed? Thank you for your help, and I will see you in class on Wednesday. Okay. So instead of writing see ya Wednesday, okay, what you write is thank you for your help, and I will see you in class on Wednesday. Okay. So these are all about how to write your email or how to write the body part, okay, how to convert into the paragraph and how to make your subject line more effective. So I hope you have understood and enjoyed today's session. Thank you very much for your time.